What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Saturday edition of the Pandemic Update for Saturday, May 27th, 2023. Hopefully, everyone is staying healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. And if you traveled somewhere for Memorial Day weekend, hopefully you're doing it safely by wearing an N95 mask when you're in all public areas. Starting off today with India, India's active caseload is down to 5,259. They had a rise of 425 new cases with just 3 fatalities reported for today. All right, this is up in Canada. It says new COVID-19 outbreak hits Oakville and Burlington communities. So yet again, another outbreak in a long-term care facility up in Canada. We've seen a lot of them, and as you saw, wastewater in some parts of Canada is rapidly starting to go up. All right, check this out. Monkeypox. London is seeing a rise in cases in the last month. This is not good. Monkeypox cases are starting to rise in London. Between April 30th and May 25th, they saw 10 new infections. All right, this I saw yesterday, and this is from the Pope. Unfortunately, illness has forced Pope Francis to cancel meetings weeks after hospitalization. World News was reporting on this last night. They called it he has broken out with a fever. And remember, he was just hospitalized a few weeks ago, so we'll have to see what comes of this. I'm not hearing if he took a COVID test or not. And I would think that they administer a COVID test for him. And we'll just have to find out what happens. Stay tuned to my Twitter. Obviously, I will tweet any updates on that if I find any. Alrighty, this is something I found last night. We're not going to read the whole article. We're just going to read some of it. It says, breathing new life. Oxygen therapy improves heart function in long COVID patients. Now, I don't know if this is true for all long COVID patients. I have seen a few reports of this before, and I actually did read someone said that it actually helped them. So maybe it does. Maybe this is some good news. If you want to read this, I'll tweet this out if I haven't done so already. Alrighty, this one we're just reading a headline. Post COVID-19 CAT scans show lung abnormalities persist 2 years later. So this is not good. That means after 2 years, the lungs are still not functioning the way they were supposed to or the way they did for the person pre-COVID infection. So that's not good at all. All right, moving on to this. This is measles now. Infectious Disease Tracker tweeted this out, and we've seen a few measles cases popping up in the United States. Seattle has now seen its second measles case this year, and it was been in a school, and they were moved to distant learning as a result. Parents shared concerns about the school closing more than a week after the case was discovered. So there is potential that this could spread to another case. All right, now moving on to this. Paul Simon has revealed he's lost most of his hearing in his left ear, and he says he thought it would pass. So this is not good. He is 81 years old, and this is preventing him from performing, unfortunately. And then there is this. Sam Smith cancels Glasgow and Birmingham shows after stopping mid-performance with an illness. It says here, Sam Smith ended their Manchester AO Arena show after the fourth song with a vocal cord injury. So that's not good. I mean, we are seeing such a high volume of celebrity illnesses lately. It's just truly, truly concerning. All right, moving on to our next piece. We're going to take a look at wastewater now. On May, or not wastewater, this day in COVID history, then wastewater. On May 27th of 2022, North Korea reports a total of 3.27 million fever patients, which majority of them were likely COVID. And wow, that was a lot of patients back on May 27th of 2022. And moving on now to wastewater here. As you can see here, new sites there were 129 this week, 0 to 19, which is percent of COVID, which is low, 533 sites. 20 to 39%, it was at 412. 40 to 59, which is coming into the moderate category, 124 sites. 60 to 79, 21, that's moderate to high. And 80 to 100%, which is high, There were 6 sites in red, and we will have the full and complete wastewater update tomorrow at some point. And moving on to the variants this week for the United States, XBB 1.5 is 53.8%, XBB 116 is 15.1%, XBB 191 is 11.8%, XBB 192 is 6.1%, XBB 2.3 is 4.8%, XBB 116.1 is 3.9%, XBB 151 is 2.2%, and FD.2 is 1.5%. Taking a look at hospitalizations in New Jersey, really that's all we can show you is the hospital figures. We'll get a case update maybe on Tuesday, because remember, it is a holiday weekend. 192 people in the hospital. Let's zoom that in. That is actually an increase. I'm actually surprised they updated at all, given it's holiday weekend. Yesterday was at 186, so that is up by 6. 7 people in a ventilator. 13 people are in the ICU. And let's take a look at something that we looked at yesterday. This is another way of looking at the spread. Most people, the high majority of people, wouldn't think to do this. I would, because I used to be a traffic reporter on Twitter. And let's take a look at where people are moving about this weekend. You can see New England. There's a whole nother round of people that are still, the last minute go away people are moving around. So COVID's spreading in Boston. COVID's spreading in Western Massachusetts, Connecticut. Look at New York City. Red galore in New York City. How about Pennsylvania again? Yep, look at this. I can actually show you a traffic camera here. Look at the Pocono Mountains. This is westbound Interstate 80, people coming from New Jersey and New York, maybe Long Island, maybe Connecticut, wherever. And you can see it's just solid sea of cars. So COVID is spreading about, and it's not just on the East Coast. It's also, we can go further south, and we can go out to the West Coast. Let's see what LA is doing today. And actually not bad. It's 12:10 p.m. on the East Coast, so that means it's 9:10 a.m. But I imagine that in the afternoon, that's going to be lit up with color, meaning people are moving about. Let's take a look at Pennsylvania. How about Philadelphia County EMS calls for yesterday? 732 EMS calls. Yesterday, that is high, but again, we're not seeing it at the 800 level like we were a couple weeks ago, so that's good, but we'll have to see. It's a holiday weekend. Who knows? It could go up. And let's take a quick look in on what's going on in the suburbs. And this is Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Just 10 calls right now. That's not terribly concerning. And then we come here to Chester County, Pennsylvania. Oh my, it looks like they're busy. I see 1, 2, 3 respiratory emergencies, a sick person, hypotension. I also see a diabetic one on here. So yeah, fairly busy in Chester County right now. And let's move on to New York State. We're not going to get an update out of New York State today. In fact, I'm surprised the site's still working. By tomorrow, this site will probably break. 535 cases was the most recent update. 4.4% positivity, and the 7-day average is 3.4%. I suspect this positivity will continue to rise. Will it get all the way up to 10%? I don't know, but it's definitely going to go above 5% at this rate. The most recent hospitalizations in New York State, and this is probably going to refresh on us. Yes, the most recent hospitalizations in New York State were at 581 and 55 people in the ICU. And when we take a look at New York City had 220 and 24 people in the ICU. Alrighty, I want to show you some international variants real quickly here. Taking a look at the United States. Our world in data has the United States at 19% for the XBB 116. I don't know where they're getting such a high number. My assumption is that includes XBB 2.3 and some of the other XBB stuff. But it equals 19%. So if you do XBB 2.3 plus XBB 116, that's probably how you get that. Spain, look at this. They're still 30% just XBB. XBB 1.5 is still 67% there. Canada's 12% XBB 116 and 76% XBB 1.5. Singapore, 43% now. Singapore for XBB 116. Look at Italy. Italy still has a ton of XBB 1.5 cases. India has 88% of XBB 116. United Kingdom has 57% XBB 1.5. Germany 77%. Hardly any XBB 116 there. Same with France. 85% XBB 1.5. South Korea 65% XBB 1.5. 13% XBB.1.16. Ireland, 76% XBB.1.5. Then you come down to Denmark, which has 74% of XBB.1.5. They still have BA.1, is that? Or no, excuse me, BA.2.75 at 18%. Thailand, 28% now, XBB.1.16. 56% XBB.1.5. Indonesia, 69% is XBB, 23% is XBB.1.5, and if we take a look here, let me move myself, 7.1% is the XBB.1.16, 9.9% XBB.1.16 in Sweden, and 75% is the XBB.1.5. Not going to take a look at international cases today. A lot of that has not updated. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Again, a lot of it has not updated. That's pretty much all I got for today. And we will have another pandemic update again tomorrow. Plus, we will have the wastewater update. I did say I was doing some upgrades or updates to the website this weekend. And I think what I'm going to do is, as you can see here, this other virus section, there's too many things in here. I want to split this up. Some of it should be split up. And the COVID positives, that may actually get a category of its own where it's very well organized. I haven't decided whether it's going to be split up amongst celebrities, politicians, or just A to Z, something like that. So, yeah, I'm going to be making some changes. Alrighty, that's it for today. We're not doing an editorial piece this week. I don't have a topic for that this week. I think we'll give that a week off. And for anyone who's doing anything today, please stay safe, wear an N95 mask, don't do any super risky behaviors. It is a holiday weekend, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Remember, we do have another channel, Climate Data Report, where I do talk about the weather. I don't update it as much as I would like to. It's tough doing two channels, updating the website, updating Twitter, doing my regular job too. But I'm going to try and do a weather update there this afternoon, maybe later on like this evening. So check that out. Subscribe to that channel if you want to know what's going on with the weather in the United States. Alrighty folks, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button down below. Have a safe holiday weekend. Test negative. I'll see you all again next time. Thanks for watching.